I rise to give notice of my intention to raise a question of the privileges of the House. The form of the resolution is as follows. House Resolution 610, censuring Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. Whereas Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene has repeatedly fanned the flames of racism, anti-Semitism, hate speech against the LGBTQ community, Islamophobia, Asian hate, xenophobia, and other forms of hatred. Whereas Marjorie Taylor Greene has repeatedly debased the memories of thousands of victims of the terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001, by perpetuating conspiracy theories to shift blame and responsibility for mass murder. Whereas Marjorie Taylor Greene has repeatedly assaulted the foundation of our democracy by perpetuating conspiracy theories related to the January 6th attack on the Capitol, which sought to halt the peaceful transfer of power. Whereas Marjorie Taylor Greene has repeatedly called for violence against elected officials and their families. Whereas Marjorie Taylor Greene has repeatedly espoused anti-Semitic rhetoric and conspiracy theories, including through inflammatory evocations of the Holocaust. Whereas on May 20th, 2021, Marjorie Taylor Greene said that the mask mandate in the House of Representatives was akin to Jews being put in trains and taken to gas chambers in Nazi Germany. Whereas on May 25th, 2021, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeted, quote, vaccinated employees get a vaccination logo just like the Nazis forced Jewish people to wear a gold star. Whereas on February 26th, 2022, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene appeared at a white nationalist event that was condemned by the Republican Jewish coalition as, quote, appalling and outrageous that a member of Congress would share a platform with an individual who has actively spread anti-Semitic bile, mocked the Holocaust, and promoted dangerous anti-Israel conspiracy theories.
This is Democratic Representative Becca Balint finally showing Democrats going on offense and bringing a censure resolution against Marjorie Taylor Greene to the House floor. The resolution calls out Greene's long and sordid history of racist, xenophobic, anti-Semitic, and anti-LGBT attacks, lies, manipulations, not to mention the outright assault against our own democracy. And look, this censure is a mixed bag because, on one hand, if the censure resolution is adopted, which requires a majority of the House, it would be the ultimate shame to be formally disapproved of by her own colleagues. But on the flip side, Marjorie Taylor Greene is not capable of shame. And so even if you found a few Republicans who were willing to join with Democrats to pass this resolution, it would not embarrass someone who is not capable of embarrassment. And if you need proof of that, just look at Greene's own response to this resolution being offered. Quote, slow down and breathe a little, Becca. Geez, and they call me a conspiracy theorist. A 10-minute recitation of 25 lifetimes of embarrassments for Marjorie Taylor Greene, and her response is a corny joke on Twitter. Again, literally not capable of shame. And beyond that, let's be honest, you would be hard-pressed to find a single Republican who would be willing to join Democrats in getting the censure to actually pass, given the extent to which these people give a free pass to any Republican, regardless of what they say or do. I mean, hell, look no further than Donald Trump himself, whom the Republicans support breathlessly and unanimously, despite the fact that his last act in office was to overturn a free and fair election and undermine our democratic process. You could not find a Republican more openly opposed to every single one of the purported Republican principles and values than Donald Trump, from family values to states' rights to fiscal responsibility to adherence to the Constitution. If you were to create a mortal enemy of GOP values in a lab, it would be Donald Trump himself, and yet still they follow him off the cliff like lemmings. So no, there is nothing a single Republican could do that would warrant any abandonment or admonishment from the GOP. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is the beneficiary of that cowardice on a daily basis. Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries was asked about the censure resolution, and here's what he had to say.
Sir, there's a push among some in your party to censure Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, especially now that she's moving to censure Congresswoman Tlaib. Do you support censuring Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene?
There's a censure resolution that has previously been introduced with respect to Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I think that if the House decides that they want to go down this road in terms of censure, that probably should be right at the top of the list.
With that said, while balanced resolution against Green is a privilege resolution, meaning the House has 2 business days to consider it, according to The Hill, it's unlikely the House will vote on the resolution directly. It would likely instead vote on a procedural move to table it, essentially killing the resolution. So frankly, I'm less concerned about the passage of such a censure resolution and more concerned on the substance of it, which is why, by the way, I let the whole speech play out. I know it was long, but that's the point. Green's antics and lies and distractions are interminable and a constant source of embarrassment for this country. And at some point, perhaps Americans who support the GOP will recognize who they're actually empowering when they cast their ballots for Republicans. Because no, it is not the elusive moderates, it's people like Marge Taylor Greene who those moderates inevitably cave to. That's who is being emboldened when Republicans gain power. So if the GOP wants to embrace Green within the House Republican Conference, then the least we can do is make sure that every American knows it.